Last week was a big week.
It was a big week for stupid. I've always tried to conduct myself with the idea of don't complain, don't explain. And this last week on Facebook, I have never seen so much complaining and explaining, people complaining about the crazy people on the left complaining about the crazy people on the right, long expositions about what the Bible really means, and long explanations about what the Confederate flag really means, taken from both sides. Please post a picture of your dog. I'm just saying. Because I'm like, don't complain, don't explain. Sue. Sue. That's what's effective. That, Karen and Jolie, my friends down Smith County, that worked. Hood County, that worked. They got theirs today, didn't they?
Yes. 5 minutes after this lawsuit was filed.
Yeah. So, that's what you need to do. So just, do what you need to do and stop with this other stuff. But in the midst of all that, going back to the stupid part, there are some seriously stupid things that got said this week. Top honors go to Governor Jindal, a Republican presidential candidate, who said that we should abolish the Supreme Court. Stupid. Senator Cruz, another Republican presidential candidate, said that we should have the Supreme Court justices up for some kind of periodic electoral review. Which, of course, the very fact that we have a Senator Cruz indicates how ineffective the political election process can be in putting the right people in office. Just saying. And then you've got, and then on the other side of the aisle, you've got people saying that we need to change the name of Lee Park here in Dallas and take down the statue of Robert E. Lee, which, of course, that's a slippery slope because then we'll have to change the name of, every Thomas Jefferson high school in the country. And, oh, by the way, the capital city. We'll have to change that to something because Washington was a slave on there too. So, tear down the Washington Monument and the Jefferson Memorial. Just start over. Let's just pretend none of it happened. So, I even heard somebody say, there was an article of why we should ban Gone with the Wind. And I was like, with the wind? I acknowledge that Gone with the Wind played a very important role in solidifying the mythology of the Old South. Partly because, I might add, the book was full of racial epithets. The word that I can't say but the president can. And the Ku Klux Klan presented as protectors of Southern womanhood. And so, but Selznick, when he was making the movie, he addressed the pressure and did not use that word in the movie. The harshest thing he says, they use the term darky. Can you say darky?
Yes.
Darky. That's such kind of a sweet racial epithet. It'd be like darky, lighty, whitey. But he also did not reference the Ku Klux Klan. That just became a political meeting, if you know.
I remember.
And I think Gone with the Wind would have been a very different movie if, when they come back from the political meeting, if Rhett and Ashley had pulled the hoods off their heads, it'd have been a different movie than it is today. And Rhett and Scarlett saying N-word this and N-word that. It'd have been a whole different, it wouldn't have been nearly as pretty. It'd have been pretty, but it would have been a little bit ugly. So there's that. But the champion crazy comment I heard this week was from Pat Robertson, who wasn't he a former Republican presidential candidate?
Yes, he was, and made it far.
Yeah, he said this week that gay people will not be satisfied until we get everyone liking anal sex, oral sex, and bestiality. And I was like, well, 2 out of 3. The bestiality thing, that's not our deal. I think that all those stories I heard about sheep had nothing to do with gay boys. Just saying. But, not that I'm in any way in a position to represent the sexual interests of heterosexual men, except as told to me by the women that they're with, who have been my friends forever. And so if you change that bestiality to girl-on-girl action, are we going to be able to publish this thing after all this talk is getting so nasty? Change it to the girl-on-girl action. You got anal sex, you got oral sex, girl-on-girl action. That's 99% of what gay or straight men think about when it comes to. And those 3 things, very, very gay. So, really, it's all good. It's really all good. Kind of. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I certainly hope that you will subscribe. They tell me that there's a button around here somewhere so you can subscribe. Also, visit our webpage, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, like us, share us with your friends, send comments, send love. Anyway, you all know more about social media than I do, so do what you need to do, and I hope to see you again very soon.